Howdy, I'm going for top 10 rank and reconstructed using only homebrews. Today, we're going to be running a Naya ramp deck that centers around the Outlaws of Thunder Junction card, Nexus of Becoming. This 6-mana artifact provides consistent card advantage and free cast of game-ending creatures with powerful ETBs. It also has a very potent combo with a creature 3-fold Thunderhulk, which creates 1/1 gnomes equal to its power when it ETBs and attacks. Because the Thunderhulk ETBs the 3+1/+1 counters, if we play it for free with Nexus of Becoming, it'll ETB as a 6/6 and create 6 gnomes every time it enters or attacks. We'll also be using my favorite Alchemy bomb, 1 mana Getaway Glamour. This card is a must-have in a meta heavily dominated by Heist, Mono Red, and Mice Aggro. Using its 2 modes, we can often 2-for-1 and even 3-for-1 by removing a threat, dodging removal, and flickering powerful ETBs. I'll let the card speak for itself though. Naya is my favorite color combination in Magic, so I love playing this deck, and I'm excited to share it with you. As a reminder, I'll be streaming on Twitch and YouTube when this video premieres, so if you happen to catch it, stop by and say hi. After a few days of not playing, my rank has decayed quite a bit, so we're starting this video ranked 76 on the world leaderboard. Let's see how far we can climb. 500 player, you're going to play Heist. I think Tarnar is a Heist player. I played him a few days ago. But there's just like a lot of really strong Heist decks that are kind of dominating. Starfall Invocation, one thing I didn't note about this, he's a red player. Starfall Invocation is an anti-Heist card as well, because you play it, you give them a card, then you return a creature card that may have been stolen because it goes back to your graveyard, and you can put it back to your battlefield. So it's like it's a kill spell and a steal a card spell. Really, really, really interesting card, and it works really well. So here what we're going to do is, if he pumps this guy up, then we're going to be able to Radiant Smite him. I imagine that he would pump him up, because there's really, like, if he sees Naya colors, I don't think he's going to see like a ton of kill spells. Unless he's run into me before. You know? Alright, so he has the Slick Shot Show Off. I think that that means that I just have to keep holding these kill spells. I can't be ramping right now, which is kind of sad. Unless I just play a Shove Aside. Yeah, maybe I kind of go balls deep here. I'm not sure. I think I might go balls deep, yeah. Because I need to get to these invocations, because he's gonna start filling up the board. If he has like another Manifold Mouse, he can offspring it and stuff. And I have this as an answer for the Slick Shot if he makes it big enough. Emberheart Challenger. All right. So he has one more card he's gonna play. All right. I'm just going to stop some damage here and make him chill out on the... Oh, wait. He didn't have to play it. Oh, never mind. That was a bad play. For some reason, I thought that was using a mana. Yeah, now he has to pump up like his Manifold Mouse again. That was dumb of me. So I'm taking 11 because of that. Oh, that was so stupid. Anyways, now I'm down to 8. Huge punt, but we get to gain some life with this Ancient Cornucopia every turn. And hopefully we can ramp into this 3-fold Thunderhulk and kind of gain some board presence so he can't shit on me. Next turn I think is a Relics of Rubber Belt turn, and then we hold Radiant Smite for that kill spell for a creature he pumps, as well as Lost Jitte. Oh, he doesn't have anything. That's wonderful. Yeah, so I think if he doesn't have anything, I think that we're feeling really comfortable here, because that means he probably has 2 pump spells in his hand, or maybe he has like a fling spell. But I think as long as we're holding up some removal with the Radiant Smite, we shouldn't be able to be like cheesed out with like a huge hit from something all at once. So I'm not going to play that Cruel Signet because of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 mana next turn. So this is exactly what I was talking about. Heartfire Hero. If he manages to pump this up to like a 5/5 or something, like he'll be able to to kill me the same turn with like a fling spell. I'm actually, oh, Getaway Glamour's so good here. All right. Yeah, I think we just play this Gruul Signet. So another cool thing about Getaway Glamour, it's really nice against heist decks, but also really nice against red. If you have enough mana, you can blink and destroy a creature. So he's gonna give this guy haste. Yep. So right now what I can do is I can wait for attacks. And I was hoping he'd pump something up, but what I'm really gonna do is I'm gonna exile this card right here, and I'm gonna destroy this one. So I'm eliminating the punishment from one of these Heartfire heroes by removing a counter from it and having it come back later, and I'm also killing one of his other ones. So let's say like he had 2 slick shots and they were both attacking for 10. It would be like I would be removing 2 of those big board threats from his board, and then like killing one of them and then like slowing the other one down. You know, it's just like a little thing that I can do to like slow down red players and hopefully win the game. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm considering cycling this Radiant Smite, but I think it's too good here to do that. I can play this threefold Thunderhulk right now, and hopefully get some value off of it. He might actually be running a Shove-Aside, which is what that card he's been holding this whole time, because I haven't really played any creatures. If he is, then might lose this guy. No, I don't think he is. Alright, so he's going to double pump this Heartfire hero, I think. Hopefully he gets it up to 4 damage, or 4 whatever, 4 power, so I can Radiant Smite it. So I'm going to double block with the gnomes. Okay, he didn't do that. Alright, here we're going to sacrifice a Signet, so he gets stronger and he'll make more gnomes next turn. And yeah, I said this before, Saint Elenda is the ultimate finisher in this deck. I play this. This is a cute little Heartfire hero, like good for him. He can make it really strong if he wants, but for the rest of the game he can't attack with it. So just like a complete game ender. If he wants, he can also just sacrifice his Heartfire hero with the with that kill spell. Yeah, he knows the game's over because we're building too much of a board and stuff like that. So that's kind of the deck. We stall until we can get to the point we want to, and it worked out really well. I think everything worked out really well that game. Like I made a huge punt in the middle, and we're still able to win. Like. With some life in the tank. Hope you guys enjoyed that first game. We're gonna do a little deck tech here, see what makes up the bones of this deck, and how we make it work behind the scenes. So yeah, let's just get started. As I said before, our kind of token card here is Nexus of Becoming. This is what the deck is built around. We want to use it to get free ETBs and as well as card draw. And we also want to combo it with threefold Thunderhulk. But first we'll go over Nexus of Becoming. So at the beginning of combat on your turn, you get to draw a card. Then you exile an artifact or creature card from your hand, and you can create a token that's a copy of the exiled card, except it's a 3/3 golem artifact creature in addition to its other types. So normally in like standard and before rotation happened, you would use this with that Reanimator card that would sacrifice the whole board. The Phyrexian card, I'm blanking on the name, but it'd enter and then their opponents would sacrifice 3 creatures and then you get to reanimate every turn. But yeah, normally you use it with like some bigger artifact bombs or creature bombs, maybe like an Atali or something like that. But because Alchemy's rotated, we don't have access to anything that's kind of huge, that's really strong. So the next big thing that we could do, which is a really nice combo, is threefold Thunder Hulk. I don't think this card's very good on its own. I think that it takes a lot of setup to make it work. But we'll go over what it does. So it enters with 3+1/+1 counters on it. And when it enters or attacks, you create a number of 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature tokens equal to its power. Also has a last ability where you can pay 2 at any time and sacrifice another artifact and put a +1/+1 counter on it. So the idea is you can play it, it'll create artifacts, and you can sacrifice those artifacts to make it bigger and create more artifacts. And it is like a snowbally card, but generally it just gets removed, or it just like is not powerful enough to take over a game late. But when you play with Nexus of Becoming, you put it in. It comes in as a 3/3 Golem artifact creature, but because it comes in as a 3/3, it also enters with 3+1/+1 counters on it, so it'll enter as a 6/6 with 6 gnomes attached to it. So that means that we are getting tons of value when it enters and when it attacks, and it's just a really nice combo. It's pretty game ending in a lot of situations, but I think we'll see later in the video. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it has a little bit of extra work to do. But yeah, those are the two. That's the big combo that we're working here. Some other big bombs here are Saint Elenda. I think this card is just fantastic. It's probably one of the best big beaters in Alchemy. So you play it, and then you get to conjure a card of your choice from its spellbook into your hand. There's 4 spells. So the first one is a Pacify that gains you 4 life, so they can't attack or block on a creature. And then the next one is a creature that is a 3/2 and it gains 4 life, Inspiring Cleric. Invoke the Divine as a destroy target artifact or enchantment, and you gain 4 life. And the last one is Ritual of Rejuvenation, which you gain 4 life and you draw a card. So all of them gain you 4 life. And the goal is to trigger its last ability, which is at the beginning of your end step. If you gain life this turn, create an XXY avatar creature token where X is the amount of life gain you gain this turn. So if this sticks until the end of your turn, you'll get to play one of these, the card that you conjure for free, and you'll gain 4 life, and then you'll also create a 4/4 white avatar creature token. If you have more life gain in your deck, you're going to be getting a huge token at the end. We don't have any other life gain in our deck. Generally, this kind of suits us on its own for our needs. It's good. It's kind of a good like modal card. You can choose what card we need from the spellbook for our situation, and kind of get moving from there. So just really strong. We can play it with the Nexus of Becoming for free. Only thing is that it's 4/7 lifelink is just really nice. So generally we don't play with the Nexus because we're ramping so much in this deck. We generally just kind of play this on its own. But if we need to, we can do that as well. Next big hit is Trumpeting Carnosaur. Trumpeting Carnosaur is as it enters, it discovers 5 and it's a 7/6 trample. And this is good to play with the Nexus because the Discover 5 is just a powerful thing that you can play in any situation. But also 7/6 is a huge creature, so sometimes we need to just wait on it. It also has a discard for 2 in a red, and you can deal 3 damage to a creature Planeswalker. So it's a really versatile card. I think this is one of like the best big bombs you can play in a red deck and in Alchemy right now. All right, so now we got like the big hitters covered. We'll go over kind of the bones of the deck, what makes it up. I talked a little bit about this in the intro, but Getaway Glamour is the hero of this deck, and it's the hero of any competitive deck that has white in it in Alchemy, because we're facing a lot of cards like decks like heist decks or like aggro creature decks, things like that. This card is just fantastic at slowing other things down. So it can target 2 creatures in the same turn. So like let's say in a mono red deck, if two big creatures that were pumped up by prowess triggers are swinging at you, this can exile one of them and then destroy the other one. So it completely shuts down any attacks. We don't have to choose anymore which one that we block, unless there's 3 or more creatures. But generally, like if you have a ton of prowess triggers, having tons of creatures isn't going to be an option, because you either you draw the card for the creatures, or you draw the card for the prowess triggers. So this card is really good against that, and it's especially good against heist because its first mode is you exile a non-token creature and return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. The keyword there is owner's control. So if I own the card, it's in my deck. So if they steal it from my deck, I get to exile the card and bring it back to my battlefield. So I have all these big creatures, the big juicy targets for heist decks. So if they want to play a Roxanne out of my deck, I can just use this first mode after it ETBs, and I can exile it. And at the beginning of the next end step, it'll come back onto the battlefield under my control for 2 mana. But generally, we don't want to do that. We want to use the whole spell. So generally, when we're exiling something, we're also using the other mode. So this is a kill spell and like a return a creature from their battlefield onto my battlefield. So it's gain control of a creature and destroy target creature. We also get the ETB of the creature that we're playing. So versatile, so strong. You'll see in the video this card saves me so many times, and it's just a huge swing in the game. Like they'll play like a big bomb, like a big heist bomb, like Grenzo, Crooked Jailer. Here I can pull that card up for you here. Let's see, Grenzo. Let's see, I don't have any. There we go. So you'll play this card as a 6/4, heist my library, and they can play a spell for free. So they'll heist like a Trumpeting Carnosaur, and they'll play it for free, and then I'll use a Getaway Glamour and exile the Trumpeting Carnosaur, and kill the Grenzo. So it's like I was already gonna kill the Grenzo with another removal spell, but I get my Carnosaur back and I get the ETB trigger back. So unbelievably strong. I think it's just like the perfect. It's a perfect card in this meta, and I don't think it's used enough. Moving on, we'll go to Shove Aside. Easy early game removal. Very versatile. Just because they're like in any like fast matchup, this just slows down the fast deck a lot. So nice to have in any deck that runs red. Not on my watch. This deck is this card specifically for red decks and mice decks. Just because that exile clause is good against a specific card called Heartfire Hero, and that card, when it gets targeted, it gets a +1/+1 counter, and then when it dies, it deals this damage equal to its power to me if it was attacking me. So we want to exile that creature so it doesn't die. It's just like kind of a situational card that works good against mono red, and in some other situations it works well. But really, like we're kind of strapped for removal in Alchemy, especially in these colors, so it's nice to have this in here in case we need it. Radiant Smite, also anti-red card, gains its life and kills a creature if it has power 4 or greater. So if they're pumping up a big creature, I can kill it and then gain some life if I'm the second player to go. If I don't need this card, I can also cycle it and gain some life if I'm the second player. So it's just a nice card. It's definitely it's not universal, so it definitely has its pitfalls. Sometimes when they're swinging with a bunch of small creatures, I can't do anything with it. So I do have to cycle it a good deal, but it's just pretty good. I enjoy this card. Age of Cornucopia, great ramp, gains its life. There's not much more to say. It's just a nice mana rock. Clifftop Lookout, another ramp card. This one is from Bloomborough, and it's really strong. You just play it, and then you get the next land in your library. And you can flicker this with Getaway Glamour, and like as you're killing another creature, so you get a lot of value off this card. I really like having this one on my deck. Relic Rubber Belts. This is an Alchemy card, and it's basically you get to conjure one of these signets, so one of the dual colored signets, and you get to put one on the battlefield and one in your hand, and it's really nice. It's a good ramp spell. It's kind of like a Cultivate almost, but with artifacts. Kind of a little cool synergy here is that if I cast a spell into and then I have an extra one on my hand, so I have one of the artifacts in the battlefield, the other one in my hand, I can play the artifact with my Nexus of Becoming and just get a free 3/3 if I need the board presence. So that's nice. That's nice to have. I can't do any cool bouncing or flick or anything with Getaway Glamour here, so I know most of the deck is built around that, but you know, sometimes we don't have those combos going. Baze the Bounding Spring is a good catch-up card. Catches up in treasures, catches up in life, catches up in creatures and it catches up in cards based on which one you're behind on your behind your opponent. So this one's really good. I like this card. I think it's a good include in any white deck. And yeah, I don't really see a situation where we don't run it in a white deck. But now that I think about it, I do have some white decks that don't run it. But yeah, this is a good card. I like it. You should consider using your wild cards on it because they're really versatile. Mythweaver Pock. This is an alchemy card that not many people play, and I've been playing it since it came out. I had a really cool Gruul deck that centered around this card and just making tons and tons of lands in the last rotation. And this is basically you play a land and it'll conjure a duplicate of it onto the battlefield once a turn. And also, its power toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. So this things get big really fast and helps us ramp out further. This is a really good combo with Clifftop Lookout, because on your third turn, you can play Clifftop Lookout and get a land. You get that fourth land, and then on your fifth turn, you can play this before you play a land, so you're guaranteed to get that conjure trigger because they can't respond to the land entering the battlefield, and that's really important. So a lot of the times in before rotation, I would play this card on the fifth turn instead of the fourth turn, just so I can get that guaranteed trigger. And now with Clifftop Lookout and maybe like Ancient Cornucopia, Relics of Rebel, we get that card a little bit earlier, which is so nice. Or we get that conjure a little bit earlier. So we're guaranteed to get a little bit of value off this card. And sometimes it just goes off and makes us like 10 extra lands. Really nice. I like this card. Omen Path Journey. I think this is a little bit overkill, but as I mentioned before, I kind of have some cards that I just like to throw in the decks just because I think they're fun, and this one's definitely one of them. So when it ETBs, you search your library for 5 land cards, different names, exile them, and then shuffle. And then at the end step, you put one of those cards onto the battlefield randomly. And basically, this is kind of multi-purpose. So I think the main reason I have this card in my deck, ramping aside, because this does ramp you 5 lands if it sticks on the battlefield. But the main reason is I want a deck then. Once I get to 4 lands in this deck, I pretty much have enough resources to start like kind of grinding through my stuff, whether it's with other ramp or slowing them down and stuff. So I just want to kind of thin my deck, get a bunch of lands out, so I can move on and start trying some of my better cards. So this is a nice card to do that, and it definitely makes a difference because sometimes I get really flooded in this deck. And because I have so many things that grab lands and ramp me, I don't want too many of those things showing up later. So it's nice to remove those from my deck when I can. This is my first real big bomb in the deck, or big threat that they have to deal with. I guess you could make an argument for Mythweaver Pock that was a big threat, but this one's the biggest threat, I'd say. Early on, this is Tajik's Legion's Valor. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on him, and then you conjure a card with mana value equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on him. So he also has Indestructible and Haste. That's really important to mention. And then you put that creature that you conjured onto the battlefield. It gains Haste. So first one is Boros Recruit, 1/1 first strike. Second one is Swiftblade Vindicator, 1/1 double strike Vigilance Trample. Third one is Sky Knight Legionnaire, 2/2 flying haste. Fourth one is Spark Trooper, trample lifelink haste, and then you sacrifice at the beginning of your end step. 6/1, which is really notable. This is a strong one. We want to get to this one to stabilize the game, to gain us some life. Last one is Aurelia Law Above. If we manage to keep all those creatures on the battlefield, Aurelia just wins the game because you swing with all those creatures. You get to draw a card. You get to Lightning Helix their face, deal 3 damage, gain 3 life. It's also 4/4 flying vigilance haste. So this just gives you so much board presence, and it sticks there because it's indestructible. Really hard to remove. So this is a fantastic card. There's plenty of decks before rotation based around this card. A lot less, but I think it's definitely going to come back when people get tired of the Bloomberg cards and realize that this is just like way better. So yeah, I like this card a lot. I might consider adding a second in the deck if I do a new version of this deck. So yeah, I like this a lot. Starfall Invocation is just a board wipe, and you can gift a card and return a creature that was destroyed that way to the battlefield under my control. So it's really nice in these big creature decks. I can get that ETB again, but I can also wipe the board without shooting myself in the foot if I have a really nice big creature on the battlefield. So good removal. I like this card a lot. I think it is a huge add to the Bloomburrow set, and I like it. Bonehorde Dracosaur is probably one of the weaker cards in my deck. I think I might remove it in the next iteration. And it is a strong card, but it doesn't have like an ETB, which like my deck is really built around, is just ETBs that gain me value over time. And this one doesn't do it. I can't blink it with Getaway Glamour to get more value. But if it does stick on my upkeep, I exile 2 cards from my library and I may play them this turn. Land card, if I exile that, I get 3/1 red dinosaur. If I exile a non-land card, I get a treasure token. Really strong card, but I just don't think it fits that great in my deck. Yeah, not much more to say about that. It's been around for a while. And then last one is Roxanne. Love this card. You always got to sing the song when it comes in. But when it comes in, you create a meteorite that deals 2 damage to any target, and you can tap it for land or for mana. And then whenever you tap a artifact token for mana, you add 1 mana of any type that artifact token produced. One of the reasons I run Relics of Rubbabelt in this deck is because I thought that it would combo with Roxanne to add that extra mana, but specifically artifact tokens, and those are conjured cards, so it doesn't really work that way together. But Roxanne is still, regardless, a really strong card, especially when you have a lot of small creatures in the battlefield. Just kills 1 each turn and gives you land ramping, and it gets me to my bigger threats really fast. So yeah, that's the deck. I hope you enjoy the rest of the games. Just a reminder, leave a like and comment, and let me know how you like it. Let me know if I can make any updates, and let me know if I can make any updates to the stream or the channel. I'd love to hear that. It's just starting out here. I want to make things better, and I want to improve my editing, improve my speaking, things like that. So appreciate hearing from you, and yeah, let's get back into the games. Thanks. Simic dinos doesn't make too much sense to me, just because like all the dinos aren't in those colors, and he has a card that gets a stun counter if he doesn't have tons of dinos. Like, just I'm not seeing the thought process too much. But hey, man, he can play the decks he wants to play, you know. All right, that was a good draw. This is undoubtedly gonna be a tough game. Just because I think we're a little slow here. I'm going to keep this. Play the Captivating Crossroads, maybe Radiant Smite the Heartfire hero if I get the chance. What are you doing, pal? Manifold Mouse is so strong. I'm hoping he pumps this guy up, and I can kill it with the Radiant Smite. Because like to him, if I were him and I see red green white, I'm like, oh my gosh, what the hell? I'm thinking this is a stall game. Like I gotta stop him from doing damage until I can get the Starfall Invocation out. Like, man, I don't know. I don't think he can kill me next turn. If I play the relics this turn, I can't play it this turn. I only have tapped lands. This is an interesting challenge. He's gonna want to get something. This guy power 4 or greater, or something power 4 or greater before. Yeah. Alright, so I'm taking 5 damage here, but I'm gaining 4 life. Alright. And then next turn we play a Tajik as a blocker, and then maybe we can Starfall Invocation after that. This guy has to swing in. With 1 Rockface Village and 1 Hidden Grotto, he has to spend both mana to play a 1 mana pump spell. So I don't think that we're in too bad of a position here. Like he can't pump this guy anymore. It's gonna be a 3/3 trample. Okay, nice. Clifftop lookouts, bad. I'm gonna play this. Do I have enough white? White, green. Yeah, I have 2 of everything, so I'm gonna do another white. And we're gonna swing in with just this guy and keep the Tajik back. And hopefully he just plays another creature so I can Starfall next turn. He's gonna do a 4/4 double strike. And I'm gonna block with everything. Boom, 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 boom. He has a pump spell. He can get this guy up to 7 damage with the Monstrous Rage. And this guy just does 5. Wow. Alright. This might be bad news bears a little bit, but now that I have the Getaway Glamour, I'm gonna bounce and kill the... I'm just gonna bounce the Heartfire Hero when he tries to pump it. Because in that way I can just slow him down without taking the extra damage from the Heartfire Hero, and then during his next turn, I'll gain some life off the next Tajik trigger, which is a Spark Trooper, 6/1 trample lifelink haste. I'll gain 6 life off of that, and then I think we're back in the game. He gives this guy double strike. Only thing that can kill me, there is not that actually. There's literally nothing that can kill me. Yeah, just swing with that. Oh. Yeah, he's gonna try to Callous Sellsword. We're just gonna bounce that shit. And we're gonna Starfall here. We kill all his stuff. I should have attacked first. That was a bad play. But we're gonna gain 9 or gain 6 back. Be back up to 9. Now he's in. Like if he doesn't kill me this turn with what is 1 mana, then we're dead. I'll be 2 mana now. Heartfire Hero and then Pump Spell. Yeah, I think that's game. He got a little bit fucked over. I think the Hidden Grotto in this deck is a horrible idea, to be honest. And I don't even need to kill his shit. Yeah, good game. I get the Aurelia, so I attack, draw a card. He's gonna block the Tajik, but still enough damage. Good game. All right. So now we are 6-0. Okay. Maybe this deck is better than I thought it was. Like every time I play this, I like open this deck up to look at it, I'm like, yeah, it's a ramp deck, but ramp decks are only so good, you know. But maybe we got some juice going on. I think Tajik is like the ultimate include. Anyways, we don't have anything to really like counter enchantments. And even if we do, here's the kicker with that Triumphant Getaway. Even if we do remove the Triumphant Getaway and we don't take damage from our spells, that's a 3-for-1 because we're paying 1 card to get rid of that spell, and we're also we're paying that 1, and then we're also losing 2 cards from our deck. He basically draws 2 of his choice from our deck. It's like that. I really think they need to nerf that card. Like people have talked about it enough. Like Heist is a little bit broken for like the power level of like even like larger formats, but like if Heist is just in Alchemy, like how is anything going to top that? You know what I mean? Like how is there going to be any other meta net deck? You know, it's just too powerful. But also, I do have a lot of decks that beat it, so it's not unbeatable. Here, we are going to, not on my watch, this Thieving Haven. We might let him steal from our deck because we can Getaway Glamour. But I think I want him to steal more. I wanted him to have to work for that and hold these Getaway Glamours for later. We have a Saint Elenda, so we do have one piece of enchantment hate, which is this Invoke the Divine, which is really nice. Alright, swing. He can't counter this. He does have counters in his deck. So if he wants to counter and yeah, I'm just happy he uses that card. I'll take that trade. And I think I might have to Getaway Glamour what he plays. Yeah. Hopefully he plays something to get the extra counter on this Aven before he attacks. Yep, alright. So here's why Getaway Glamour is so sick. He plays this guy. I'm going to exile this guy and kill this Thieving Haven. And I'm getting that card right back. End of my turn, end of his turn, I ramp whatever, I guess whatever land I want, so I'm gonna do a green. But like, look at that value. That's like unbelievable value. So it's just like, in my opinion, a must-have in any white deck that is an Alchemy, because it just works so well. Grenzo, say here, Grenzo, if he steals a big ass creature, you know what we have a Getaway Glamour. We can kill the Grenzo plus steal whatever card he took. And he's gonna steal probably a beefy card. Oh, he just took a shove aside. Alright. Alright. I think we destroy that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not gonna exile my Clifftop Lookout. Just because I want enough mana to play a Relic of Rubbabelt. White red. White blue, I guess. And the next turn we have a Saint Elenda. Hopefully we can kill whatever he plays. Triumphant Getaway is not the worst thing here right now because the Saint Elenda has a kill spell for it, but like I said, it's still a 2-for-1 at least. The end is why that was a misplay. Like, at this point, he shouldn't care about a 1-2 or how many 1-2s I have in my deck. Like, he's just thinning my deck at this point for me. You know what? I don't think I play this yet. I think I play the Nexus, and we bring out the Bone Horde. He may be able to kill it, but you know, we have a little engine here that draws us cards, and now he needs to spend cards on it. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident this game. This is a heist game. We can win. Triumphant Getaway. All right, so he steals the cards, but he knows I have this Saint Elenda. I don't think he maybe knows that it can kill this Triumphant Getaway. Elegant Parlor. There we go. And does he have a kill spell for it? Man, I wish I had one extra mana. I could have dealt with that, or I could have blanked it. Yeah, we can play a 3/3 for free here. If he plays a bomb from our deck, we just steal it. Alright, Omen Path Journey is something we can't steal. It's also kind of a goofy card to have, the Omen Path Journey. Reason I have it is the filtering in the deck. Like, if I pull it on turn 4, awesome. I get 5 lands over 5 turns. And no one's going to remove that shit. Or not in my experience, at least. If later, I just get rid of all the lands in my deck, and I'm happy to do that because then I won't draw that Lush Portico right there, which slowed me down a shitload. He has a Feed the Cycle. Alright, whatever. I'm not gonna bounce that. Yeah, see, I all these fucking lands, man. It's so useless. 3-fold Thunderhawk. Alright. So here, before he does anything, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna exile this shit. He doesn't have a 1-mana counter spell. He gets no... Oh, he should get no gnomes. Oh, yeah, I guess it was before the trigger went off that read that. And I'm going to kill this. I'm going to try to kill him next turn. He can... Yeah, okay, good game. If anyone sees any updates to my decks or has any recommendations, like I'm always wide open to those recommendations. Like, I don't really think that I have the best setup at all. I think a lot of the times one of my pitfalls is that I play decks that that are good in structure. Like they have like the right, I know what I'm doing and I know how to get to the goal, but sometimes I get a little bit like entranced by some of the more fun cards, or like cards that that have like a big payoff but it's hard to get, you know. So I think sometimes I get a little bit sidetracked from those, which like isn't the worst thing ever, but I think that sometimes I can improve the deck. So any recommendations are nice. I'm happy to take them. Life gain deck, I don't know if it's bats yet. I will hold the Knot on my watch and the Radiant Smite. I'm just going to keep holding removal. It seems like he's creature based, and I think the exile based with the Knot on my watch might be good if he has a case. And then this turn here, what's he going to play? I might just play the Relics or the Ancient Cornucopia. I don't have anything to play this turn, so I'm going to play the Relics. If I did have something to play after I play the Ancient, like this comes in untapped, I think I'd do that, but I think we just vibe for now and we keep running shit out. Alright, he did have something. I think I might be in the market for a board wipe soon. That's not good. If he has a dedicated doll maker, we're screwed. Yeah, that's really not good. We don't have a way to handle that. 4. Yeah, I'll play this. Do we keep ramping? I think we do this and then we hold the Knot on my watch. Because we have enough to play the Nexus next turn. Alright, if he has a dedicated doll maker, we're a little bit fucked, but let's just hope he doesn't have it. They always have it! I swear to God, they never don't get it. It's unbelievable. It's like consistency at its finest. I tried playing this deck, or like not this deck, but like a deck that uses this combo, dedicated in 3 blind mice. I played it like 3 times and I was like, man, like I can't get anything going. Like every single time I get a 3 blind mice, I won't get a dedicated doll maker. I don't know if I'm just like running really unlucky in these games, but it just seems impossible to pull together the combo. Nexus will be coming, and then we're gonna, even though the Trumpeting Carnosaur is a 7/6. I think maybe I'll just play the Signet for the 3. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll save the Carnosaur till next turn. And I think that I shove aside his Doll Maker so he can't make everything indestructible. So in case anyone doesn't know, the combo with the dedicated doll maker and 3 blind mice is you make a token of the 3 blind mice with the doll maker, so you make it into a token, and then its second and third saga abilities are that it creates a token copy of a token. He's playing he's playing a new version. That's, I mean, you gotta respect it, but also it is so annoying to play against because once they get the combo down, you can't win. There used to be Brotherhood Ends, and that exile spell that exiled everything with the same name. So those were a good counter to these types of decks, but we don't have those anymore, unfortunately. Saint Elenda. Nope. Alright. We're going to decline. Saint Elenda's the only thing that can kill tokens in my deck, or kill artifacts or enchantments, and that'd be really nice here, just to maybe slow him down a turn. He could have double blocked and killed the Signet. Anyways, I think we're chalked here, to be honest. I'm going to keep playing just to see if there's any cool ways we could go over this, but I really do think we might be chalked here. Beza is not great in our situation. I think it's just to gain 4 life. Yeah. So he makes... This turn he makes 2 tokens, makes a 3rd blind mice, a 3rd and 4th blind mice, and he draws a card off the Caretaker's Talent. Yeah, not looking good, man. And he's gaining life every turn too. Case is pretty good. I tried to make a token deck. I think Case might have been missing in that. The NSF, if you gain 5 or more life this turn, create a 4/4 white angel. He's not gaining any more life, so he's not going to make that angel this turn. Yep. My turn. I'm looking for a Saint Elenda. Alright, let's keep going here. Shove aside is good for the Resplendent Angel. I guess I gotta keep pressuring. I mean, I know that he could probably swing back and kill me, but I think if there is a chance for us to win this game, we have to do these types of things. If he triple blocks here, I can shove aside one of them and blow him out, but like I said, his engine's too strong. He's really thinking, man. Alright, well, I guess I'll keep the Signet. Like, I don't know, man. It's funny because when I do these streams, I'm playing like sometimes I'll like play like a top level player, or like in terms of rank, like I don't think anyone's necessarily like in like the high ranks are necessarily better than anyone else because like they're just playing net decks. But I'll play like a top ranked player, and then I'll play a person who's in diamonds, low diamond or something. And the low diamond deck will be different from the top ranked deck because the top ranked deck is most certainly going to be like a net deck. And I'll do pretty well against the top ranked decks because like that's what my deck's built for, you know. It's built to counter those decks. But then I'll get shit on by these fringe value decks that aren't in the meta, you know. And I'm not upset about it in like the slightest. Like I really do think that they should like the creative deck should be the ones winning. Let's see. What is he copying? Another 3 blind mice? Alright. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to exile my Trumpet and Carnosaur and kill his Resplendent Angel. He doesn't get the token, and also I get another Trumpeting Carnosaur trigger. Alright. And I kill this thing. I do think we're too far gone, but doesn't mean we can't try. I'm also going to cycle this. I need to hit the St. Elenda. So if I can hit it, I would like to. Nexus isn't bad. I can play the Nexus and draw 2 cards every turn. Come on, Carnosaur. Give me something good. Hitting a Starfall isn't terrible. I could board wipe and bring back the Carnosaur. That's a bad hit. All right, another. I'm drawing all my removal, but nothing to do with it. All right, let's see what we get. 3-fold Thunderhulk is good. Oh, we can outvalue with this card. All right, never mind. I'm not feeling too bad anymore. With this card, every time we swing, we're gonna get tokens equal to the number of counters. I don't know if we can outvalue actually, because he's exponentially growing. But if we can keep sacrificing artifacts with this guy and keep growing him bigger, we have the mana to do it. We could maybe flood the board, and then if I can find the Restless Prairie, we could swing for a shitload. What is he blocking? He has 1, 2, 3, 4. I still, if I bounce this Beza, nah, maybe I'll just trade. Yeah, I just don't know if maybe I want to keep this Glamour for later. I could bounce the Carnosaur on their turn too. But I think my out is this Thunderhulk. I don't have any way to pump up my shit though. I would have to make like way more tokens than this guy's making, which might be hard. Tajik would also be good because I can play him and build a big board with Tajik and also get that Aurelia from his last creature trigger, Conjure trigger or whatever. He's gaining too much life for me to come back. I know that this is still a lost cause, but I'm keeping my hopes up. Another option is milling him out. I gotta think of all the options here, but I'm actually milling myself faster. Look at this shit, man. In one turn, he makes 12 power without playing anything. Return. All right. Oh yeah. Glad we kept that Getaway Glamour. I think it's Glamour. Is it Glamour or Glamour? I feel like Glamour would have 2 M's. Another option to win here is like, let's say this guy like he gets up to take a shit and times out. Ah, all right. I missed 2 big hits off that Trumpeting Carnosaur, which kind of blows, but I missed the Elenda and just another big hit, I think. So I guess kind of fucked ourselves a little bit there. Now this guy's indestructible. I like the Season of the Burrow. I think it's pretty good. Another land. So I'm going to keep these guys back as blockers, but this guy's going to probably block a lot with this thing. I got another Glamour, man. So we're going to make 6. If he blocks like 6 tokens on this guy, I can pump him up a lot. All right. Boom, boom. So I guess my goal is to have him like, yeah, I need him to go take a shit, man. Like I really need him to go. Like I don't know if I can't outvalue this guy. Yep. Keep making those tokens, man. He should just pump all his tokens with this Caretaker's Talent and be done with it. I think he can blow me over. He could time out too if he does this for another hour. Come on, man. You have to take a shit. I swear to God. Ooh. He's gonna play a Virtue. All this stuff's gonna get huge. Whoa! Double trouble. Let's see if there's any outs in my deck. Oh, stop it, dude. Copy your Caretaker's Talent. I was gonna say, if he copied the Caretaker's Talent, he might have mellowed himself out if he had tried to do that. Yeah, I think that we're a little bit Cinnamon Toast Crunch, man. Alright, so we're gonna play this out still, because I will never give up. So I'm gonna take 6 from this Angel, but we will do some cheeky little game in here. Pass the blockers. Block, 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 and block. And we're gonna pump this guy up as much as we can. I don't have exponential growth like him, but I do have some growth. We're getting girthy in here. Don't worry. So we have, that's the last one. Alright, he's a 10-10. Not quite big enough to win this game. Dude, how many lands have I drawn? It's unreal. Alright, what do we get? Give us a Saint Olenda. Beza. Oh yeah. You ever seen value like that? Alright, so I'm at a 22% chance to draw lands. So everything in my deck is going to be gas. I've drawn all my removal. I'm tired of waiting for him to go take a shit, man. I think we just gotta take the L there. So here we are on Tap TG. We are going to check out our win rate here. So overall, we have 5 versions of the deck. Our win rate's 76%. We played a lot of matches, played 37 wins and 12 losses over those matches. And yeah, I think the deck is pretty strong. I wouldn't expect a ramp deck to be this good in this meta, just because there's a lot of fast decks in the meta. But I think we slow down decks enough to get there, and I think this deck really has a chance to stand out. There's a lot of decks like Gruul Dinosaurs running around. that have some really high skill players playing them, and that they're just kind of doing really well in this alchemy meta. And I think there's a lot of room for creativity here, and I really like that. This is just a deck that I kind of threw together because I like ramping, and it ended up being really competitive. Specifically in this stream, I can scroll down to our play history. We went 15-5 this stream, and we went from Mythic 76 to Mythic 64. Starting to hit a little bit of a wall here on the growth. We did win 3/4 of our matches here, and only dropped 12 places. So got to grind a bit more to keep going down, but it's just a race against the rank decay here. But we'll see how we can do in the future. I didn't expect to build Rome in a day. I don't want to get to rank 1 or rank 10 in a day. But yeah, it might be a multiple season effort here. I don't know. That's why I'm making this a series. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, again, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what I can do better. Let me know. I'm always willing to hear some feedback. But yeah, appreciate it, man. Take care, and I'll be seeing you later. Bye bye.